2.5 liter stocks. We're only 10 seconds from the start. Rob St-Felicien in the 10. Looks like he's going to hit it right on the mark as we're 3, 2, 1, mark. Wow, these guys have really messed up the start. They're all over the place. So Rob St-Felicien has a clear lead at the start. Donald LeDuc completely missed it, as well as Sebastian LeDuc. Those two guys were well back on the start. Maybe their timing was off a little bit. So Rob St-Felicien is going to pretty much be able to take it easy and just go around for 5 laps. Pick up another 25 points and seal his ticket into the final later on this afternoon. Donald LeDuc in the Cannonball back in 2nd place, and Sebastian LeDuc in 3rd place. Really don't know what happened there on the start. Usually these guys are right on it, and these guys were well spread out on the first coming to the green flag. So Rob St-Felicien, he'll come off the exit pit at turn number 2 with about a 4 or 5 rooster tail lead over Donald LeDuc in the Cannonball back in 2nd position. Sebastian LeDuc back there in 3rd. These guys, when they come into day number 2 on Sunday, they know how many points they need to make the final or make either consolation. So Rob just out here kind of doing a test, more or less. He's got about a whole turn, about a half a straightaway lead right now. Taking it easy out here on the St. Lawrence River. Wow, look at that big charter boat down there putting up a wake. That's not good. So Donald LeDuc back in 2nd. Rob St-Felicien's got it all his way right now here in Heat 3B. He'll come off the exit pin, 2 down and 3 to go for him. Pretty much just a test run here this afternoon for Rob, and he'll go directly to the final with 75 points if he keeps everything together. The most points you can make in a weekend is 100. If you run all 4 heats and get 4 firsts. Donald LeDuc looks like he's making up a little bit of ground, but having to run the larger course on the outside is not helping him at all. But I'm pretty sure Rob St-Felicien has that radio communication in his ear saying how far back Donald is and when to push it and when not to. Sebastian LeDuc was really, really late at the start, and he's back a good whole straightaway. But your leader, the red boat, the CS10 wet spot, coming off the exit pit at turn number 2. They'll come around this time, 3 down and 2 to go. When the boats come right at you, you can see how they float on that cushion of air. When they dance a little bit, that's kind of what the drivers want. They want them to dance a little bit, get that air underneath. That's why they're called hydroplanes. They fly over the water. Donald LeDuc's definitely cutting into that lead a little bit. But like I said, I know Rob St-Felicien's got radio communication with his crew, and they're telling him how far back he is. Our drone is back out today. You can see it flying right there at the entrance pit at turn number 1. We'll talk about that in the break here in a second. So white flag this time by as Rob St-Felicien comes off the exit pit at turn number 2. White flag in the air for him this time. One more circuit around here. Donald LeDuc in the Cannonball yesterday. He had a 2nd in his first heat of the day, and he had a 3rd, so he does need points. He'll probably be in one of the consolations. Probably the 2nd or 1st consolation. And we'll explain all that as we go along throughout the day, what it means to be in a consolation instead of being in the final. So Rob St-Felicien heads down the backstretch with about a 3 rooster tail lead over top of Donald LeDuc, but both of those boats running really well. It would have been a nice heat had Donald LeDuc hit the start. Whoa, Sebastian LeDuc getting real light here in front of us. Gonna have to put a little wing into it as he hits the entrance pin. But coming around, checker flag in the air this time by Rob St-Felicien out of Roseneath, Ontario, will be your winner of heat number 3B. Donald LeDuc, he'll take 2nd place and the 21 points that go with it. So for Rob St-Felicien, he has 75 points. That's the best you could do at this point of the weekend. That'll propel him right into the final and probably lane 1 of the final. Because I believe he is the only guy from yesterday that had 2, well, him and Bobby King both had 2 first place finishes. So if a driver is tied based off of points, then they go to the times, how fast they went around the course.